mark your right. Continuing from last week, we're in Shibuya, which has seen massive redevelopment in recent years and is undergoing a dramatic transformation. There have been a number of big redevelopment projects, including the station itself, with new office and commercial facilities springing up one after another, such as Shibuya Hikarie in 2012, followed by Shibuya Stream and Shibuya Scramble Square. So we'll be bringing you the program from this location today.
Shibuya is undergoing a big transformation under a so-called once-in-a-century massive redevelopment. Tokyu Land Corporation is involved in some of those projects, such as Shibuya Solasta and Shibuya Fukuras. We had a chance to speak with Masashi Okada, the president of Tokyu Land Corporation.
I'd like to first ask you about the large-scale redevelopment of Shibuya. Would you tell us about the background to this project?
Yes. The foundation of Shibuya was built before the war. So it's a very old and aging neighborhood. We at Tokyu, as a group, are calling this a once-in-a-century major remodeling. We want to rebuild this neighborhood and transform it to correspond with the times now.
Would you tell us about the core concept behind the redevelopment?
We're carrying this out under the concept of Shibuya, the entertainment city. Shibuya is surrounded by neighborhoods with a lot of character, such as Daikanyama, Ebis, Aoyama, Harajuku, and Omotesando. We want to combine all of them into what we call the Greater Shibuya area. By uniting those neighborhoods with unique characteristics, their attractions, the attraction of Shibuya itself will be enhanced. We're building this town with that kind of wide perspective.
So, how will Shibuya change?
The first point is that there will be 5 newly redeveloped buildings. They'll be fitted with elevators and escalators in prominent areas to create vertical flows. Along with the renovations of train and subway stations, we'll set up decks on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors to horizontally connect the entire neighborhood. It'll be a vertically and horizontally integrated town that's barrier-free, where people can move around freely. We've also opened Tokyu Plaza Shibuya inside Shibuya Fukuras. This is a fashion-centered building targeting older 40-plus customers. I believe it'll be the first commercial building of its kind. Another concept is internationalization. We've put in a tourism center on the 1st floor of Fukuras called Shibuya-san, where visitors can get information about all of the sights and attractions of Tokyo. We want Fukuras to become the starting point for tourists in Tokyo.
I understand that you've also started developing the Sakuragaokaguchi zone of Shibuya Station. What kind of development is this?
We're planning to complete this by 2023. It'll mainly house large-scale offices as well as residences. There will also be international medical facilities and facilities to support entrepreneurs. It'll function as a place to offer various services. Also, as many buildings are being renewed, we've made sure to strengthen earthquake resistance. In the 2011 Great East Japan earthquake, many people were unable to go home and people crowded into Shibuya. We'll have facilities to accommodate such people. We'll also have warehouses to stockpile relief supplies. We're making sure that we're fully prepared in the event of a disaster.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how Shibuya changes. Finally, I'd like to ask you about your company's long-term objectives.
This isn't the end of the redevelopment of the neighborhood of Shibuya. It will continue forever. This redevelopment is scheduled to be completed in 2027. But the next redevelopment will start afterwards. Towns are living. They continually evolve and grow in attractiveness. I believe it will draw people from all over and become a town that's fun.
You're watching Channel Japan. This place is called Shibuya Bridge, and it was built on what was formerly a railroad track of the Tokyu Toyoko line, which was rerouted underground. This curved section is reminiscent of the curve of the railway. On this former site of a railway that connected Shibuya to Daikanyama, we now have a childcare facility, hotel, as well as restaurants and pubs. And if you walk a bit toward Daikanyama from Shibuya Bridge, where we were just earlier, you'll find this place called Log Road Daikanyama. It's filled with flowers and greenery of the seasons, and you get to enjoy an urban landscape unique to Daikanyama.
I'm with Tomotsuno Sasaki of Log Road Daikanyama. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is almost like a cottage in a resort town.
Thank you. We've designed this place so that people can enjoy greenery and trees, even while being in the city. We wanted local residents to also come here and relax. There were actually train tracks here, and we've used the railroad ties here and there.
So that's why the logo has a railroad design.
Exactly. The logo has vertical lines with 12 railroad ties as the motif. It represents the 12 months of the year.
That's interesting. So it's a place that's enjoyable throughout the year.
Yes, we've also chosen plants and trees according to the seasons, and so you get to enjoy them in every season year-round.
Thank you.
This time we brought you the program from Shibuya, which has been changing in a big way under the greater Shibuya vision. Hope you enjoyed it. The neighborhood seems to be evolving as a place that's convenient for both residents and visitors. Make sure to stop by on your next visit to Tokyo.